Strategy 6 is teamwork. This played an important role in my entire life. When I look back on my entire life, personally and professionally, teamwork was the key. Jim and Mary were my first rehab people. They actually got me to walk. They got me to the point where I was doing the parallel bar and the grandma walker as I was circling the floor at Frater Memorial Hospital. Jim was relentless. The first meeting I had with Jim was in the morning. He says, "I'm your rehab guy. I like to start in the morning pretty early. What time can you be ready?" And me, I like to start my workday at 7. He says, "I'll be ready by 7." And Jim said, "Let's make it 8. I kind of laughed and I said, 8? Well, okay, 8 it is. Sure enough, Jim was there right at 7:59. And what do you think I was doing? As a recovering C5, C6 quadriplegic, I couldn't even get my shorts on. Having teamwork was holding me accountable. And Jim and Mary held me accountable to doing my work and doing the exercises that I needed to work on my body. From Jim and Mary, I talked about Cindy Rom. You may have not picked up, but her last name is ROM, range of motion. And that's how I remember Cindy for all these many years. And Cindy was instrumental in getting me to be able to button my buttons and tie my ties and shave and comb and shave. She was absolutely instrumental. Yeah, I was thinking this morning, wax on, wax off. Remember that movie? And so, Cindy Rom played an important role. And then obviously my rehabilitation specialist that came to my home, Terry, was with me for over a year. In my own practice, again, it's teamwork that I was able to make top of the table. I was able to make top of the table 3 times, but I credit it to the people that brought me in on the cases. It wasn't necessarily only me. And so if you're not a specialist in disability income or income protection, team up with somebody. This world is becoming extremely specialized, and I believe teamwork and working in tandem is the way to achieve greater results. People always ask me about, well, how do you split up the compensation? I use the MDRT model, which is the 5/20s. 20% for the prospect, 20% for the discovery, 20% for the strategy and presentation, 20% for the implementation, and 20% for the annual review. And every time I've used that, it usually comes out, it's not usually 50-50, it's maybe 60-40, 55-45. Sometimes, one time I said it came out 55-45, and the guy said, let's just make it 50-50. So it generally comes out pretty even. You generally don't find 90-10, but it's just a fair way to do business together as joint partners in working the case.